Welcome. I am glad your spirit found its way here. Take a slow breath, just gently, and allow yourself to be present for a moment. There is something your angels have been preparing your heart to hear. Something subtle but important. Something about a person in your life who has been watching you more closely than you realized. Someone who has been paying attention to your character, your kindness, your response to difficulty, and the way you handle love. There is a message here that is not accidental, not random, not coincidence. Your being here right now is divine timing. Before we begin, if you are new to this space, I welcome you to the Lord's reminder. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because these messages do not come by chance. They arrive when your soul is open to receive. And if you've been part of this family for a while, I'm grateful for your presence, your openness, your growth, and the journey your heart continues to walk with God right now. Comment down below. I say it with intention. Say it as agreement. Say it as permission for your spirit to hear what it already knows, but has not yet spoken aloud. There is someone who has crossed your path, who saw something special in you, but has not told you. This person has been trying to understand your heart. They did not ask directly. They did not express it openly. Instead, they tested you. They observed quietly. They paid attention to the details others ignore. They watched how you responded to being hurt, how you responded to disappointment, how you responded to others when no one was watching. They wanted to know the truth of your heart, not the version of you the world sees. Not the surface-level personality. Not your charm or your smile or your laughter. They wanted to see your sincerity. Proverbs 21:2 says, "A person may think their own ways are right, but the Lord weighs the heart." This person was weighing your heart, not because they doubted you, but because their own heart has been tested by pain before. They have been disappointed in love. They have been lied to. They have been taken for granted. They have known what it feels like to give love to someone who did not value it. So when they met you, they did not want to trust their feelings too quickly. They did not want to be swept away by emotion. They did not want to be misguided by hope. They needed to be sure. Their spirit recognized something in you immediately. There was warmth. There was gentleness. There was honesty. There was a softness that did not feel weak, but strong. A softness shaped by endurance. A softness that comes from having survived heartbreak, but refusing to become bitter. Your heart has not hardened. That is rare in this world. So they watched. They observed how you speak to others, how you handle stress, how you treat someone when they can offer you nothing in return, how you respond to people who misunderstand you, how you handle being overlooked or underappreciated. And every time, your heart remained pure, not perfect. Not without frustration or tears or disappointment, but pure. Matthew 5:8 says, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." And indeed, this person saw God in you, not through grand gestures, not through dramatic expressions, but through your everyday way of being. Your compassion is something that cannot be imitated. Your empathy is more than emotion, it is spiritual discernment. You can feel when someone is hurting, even if they say they are fine. You can see the truth beneath the surface of someone's eyes. You can love without needing to control. You can care without needing something in return. This person noticed that, and it scared them. Not in a way that made them pull away permanently, but in a way that made them cautious. Because when someone realizes they have encountered a rare heart, they do not want to mishandle it. This person was not testing to judge you. They were testing because they feared their own ability to show up for you. They wanted to know if they were ready for the depth of love you carry. They saw that your heart is not casual, that your heart is serious. Your love is intentional. Your care is deep. Your loyalty is real. You do not love halfway. You do not give partially. When you love in fullness. And that kind of love requires maturity. They needed to be sure they could meet you there. Isaiah 43:19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" Something new began forming in this person when they saw who you really are. Your purity did not just impress them, it awakened them. They began to feel things they have not felt in a long time: hope, warmth, desire to be better, desire to be honest, desire to be gentle. Your presence began healing something in them, not because you tried to fix them, but because your authenticity reminded their spirit of what love is supposed to feel like. They started looking inward. They began reflecting on how they show love. They began questioning their patterns. They began noticing where they still carry emotional scars. They began realizing they have guarded themselves for so long that they forgot what openness feels like. You made them want to open again, but opening takes time. Opening takes readiness. Opening takes trust. So they have not said what they feel yet. They have not told you how deeply they admire your heart. They have not expressed how seeing your compassion affected them. They have not spoken the truth that rests just behind their tongue, because they do not want to speak until they are ready to follow through. Their silence is not indifference, it is responsibility. Want to love you in a way that honors you. They want to love you in a way that is steady. They want to love you in a way that feels like peace, not chaos, not confusion, not guessing, not waiting for clarity that never comes. Your love deserves clarity. 1 Corinthians 13:4 says, "Love is patient, love is kind. Love is patient, not passive. Love is kind, not careless. Love is steady, not rushed. Love is intentional, not haphazard." And so this person is learning how to love the way your heart understands love. They are shifting, growing, shedding old ways, preparing. This is not a connection being formed from urgency, it is a connection being formed from alignment. You may have wondered at times if they cared. You may have questioned why they pulled back. You may have felt confused by the silence. The angels want you to know none of that was rejection. It was reflection. They were learning how to approach you in truth instead of fear. This person has seen your heart, and what they saw has humbled them. Your love requires reciprocity. Your heart requires presence. Your loyalty requires commitment. They are beginning to understand this, and they are choosing to rise to your level, not the other way around. You have done enough proving. You have done enough giving. You have done enough holding yourself together. You do not need to perform for love. You do not need to convince someone to see your worth. You do not need to chase anyone to recognize your value. Your heart is the value, and they see it. Now the angels say this connection is entering a new stage. A stage where clarity begins to replace uncertainty. Where communication begins to deepen. Where feelings begin to be expressed instead of hidden. Where walls begin to soften. Where hearts begin to open. You do not need to rush it. Do not need to control it. You simply need to remain who you are, because who you are is exactly what drew them. And take a moment now and go to the comments and write, "My heart is seen by Geode." Write it slowly. Write it with trust. Write it as truth, and gently. If this message has touched something inside your chest, like something loosened, something softened, something made sense, take a moment to like this video. It helps these messages reach more people who are waiting for the same clarity you just received. There is something important that your angels want you to understand now. This person did not test you because they doubted your worth. They did not test you because they assumed you were like everyone else. They tested you because they saw potential in you that they have not seen in others. They tested you because your presence affected them in a way they could not ignore. They tested you because real love feels like exposure. It reveals things. It opens rooms inside the heart that were closed for years. And they needed to check that the love they felt forming was grounded in truth, not fantasy. You may not have realized it, But this connection triggered something deep inside them. It made them reflect. It made them confront parts of themselves they had avoided. It made them face old wounds, the same ones they thought they had already healed. You brought something up from within them, not pain, but memory. Memory of how they once loved. Memory of how they once trusted. Memory of how open and bright and full their heart used to be before disappointments. Layered caution over everything. You awakened something spiritually familiar. It was not just attraction. It was recognition. Soul recognition often appears quietly. It doesn't shout. It doesn't announce itself. It arrives as a feeling that cannot be shaken. A feeling of having known someone for longer than the time you've physically known them. A feeling of safety that arrives before logic can explain why. A feeling of warmth that feels ancient. A feeling of connection that does not need to be earned, it just is. This person felt that with you. And it surprised them. It softened them. And it frightened them. Not because your presence felt dangerous, but because it felt true. And truth is something most people are not accustomed to in love. They have been loved before in ways that were conditional. They have been admired before for their appearance, or their charm, or their potential. They have been valued for what they could provide. But they have not been cherished for the softness of their soul in a long time. You did not fall in love with who they wanted the world to see. You began noticing who they truly are. You noticed their depth. You noticed their sensitivity. You noticed the way they think, the way they care in quiet detail. You noticed their emotional intelligence. You noticed their vulnerability even when they tried to hide it. This person felt seen by you, and that is rare. When someone feels seen in that way, they do not rush toward it. They try to make sure they are ready for it. Because being seen means being known. And being known means being open. And being open means risking the heart. Yet here is something the angels want to show. You, this person has already chosen you in their heart. Not through grand statements. Not through dramatic gestures. Not through intense displays of emotion. They chose you through the way they return to you internally. The way they think about your well-being. The way they hold your words in their memory. The way they replay small interactions. The way they feel warm when they think of you. The way your presence brings them peace. People do not think of someone in stillness unless their soul has formed an attachment. And your soul has touched. There's that at times. You may have wondered if your love was invisible. You may have questioned whether your tenderness mattered. You may have thought that being soft made you forgettable. You may have feared that your patience made you unnoticed. But your softness is the exact thing that made you unforgettable. Your patience is the exact thing that made your love feel safe. There is something about the way you show up that leaves an imprint. Your presence lingers. Your energy remains. Your love does not fade easily. Even when someone tries to overlook it, they find themselves remembering you in quiet moments. This person remembers you often. They remember how your eyes look when they soften. They remember the tone of your voice when you are trying to comfort someone. They remember the way you listen. They remember how you hold your own pain without projecting it onto others. They remember the way you respect the heart. You do not rush intimacy. You do not demand closeness. You do not pressure emotional expression. You create space for it. Your love is spacious. Your love is breathable. Your love is freeing. Your love is grounding. This person may not have had that before. The world has taught many to equate love with intensity, or chaos or attachment that exhausts the soul. But what they feel with you is quiet, not empty quiet, but peaceful quiet. A quiet that says, I am safe here. A quiet that says, I don't need to perform. A quiet that says, I can rest. And rest is one of the most powerful signs of real love. Matthew 11:28 says, Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Love aligned with God gives rest. It does not take peace from you, it multiplies it. It does not exhaust you, it nourishes you. It does not create fear, it dissolves it. You brought rest to this person's spirit, and that is why they are coming back. The angels say they are preparing to speak their heart, but they are gathering courage slowly, because what they want to say is not casual. They do not want to say, "I like you." They do not want to say, "I care." They do not want to say, "I have feelings." These words are too small, too incomplete, too shallow for what they feel. What they want to say is, "I trust you, I see you, I choose you. My heart is safe with you. You are the peace my soul has been searching for." But they do not know how to say it yet. So they will begin with smaller expressions, ones that feel natural and real. They will become more consistent in communication. They will begin asking deeper questions. They will become curious about your inner world. They will want to know how you feel, what you think, what you dream about. They will want to show up emotionally in ways they haven't before. It will not feel sudden. It will not feel dramatic. It will feel steady, a slow blooming, a gentle unfolding, a love that grows like roots, not like fire. Roots grow quietly, but they anchor deeply. Your connection is developing roots now. Song of Solomon 3-4 says, "I have found the one whom my soul loves." Not loved, not will love, loves, present, living, active, continuous. Your souls recognized one another before the mind did. But now, the mind is catching up. The heart is ready. The spirit is stirring. This person knows something now that they did not know in the beginning. You are different. You are genuine. You are rare. You are safe to love, and they do not want to lose you. Before I move into the next part, where we explore exactly how they will show their love through actions you can recognize, I want you to return to the comments and affirm your heart once more. Write, "My heart was not misseen. It was recognized." Write it with calm. Write it with clarity. Write it with truth. And if your spirit felt peace, resonance, or release while listening to this section, take one moment to like this video, not for me, not for the algorithm, but as your agreement. I receive what God has aligned. This person has been holding so much inside themselves, and you may not realize just how deeply they have been affected by knowing you. There are moments when they sit quietly, not speaking, but thinking about you. They recall small details about your expressions, the way you responded to something emotional, or how you looked when you were trying to stay strong. They remember the softness in your eyes, the way your voice changed when you were trying not to show disappointment, the way your laughter showed your real spirit even on days when you were carrying so much internally. They hold these memories, not because they are trying to analyze them, but because they feel something sacred in them. You have become someone they reflect on in stillness, and that alone shows the depth of the connection. This person tested your heart not through grand challenges or manipulative games, but through quiet observation. They wanted to see whether your compassion was only present when situations were easy, or whether it remained steady when things were uncomfortable. They wanted to see if your patience was selective or if it was rooted in genuine character. They wanted to see if your care was something you used to gain something, or if it was simply your nature. And what they found again and again is that your heart remained consistent. You did not change your tone when someone was struggling. You did not abandon your empathy when you felt frustrated. You did not withdraw your kindness just because the moment was tense. Your spirit did not react to circumstance. Your spirit responded from its core. Your love is stable. That stability is what they have never found before. This person has known people whose affection shifted depending on mood. They have known people who were loving when life was good, but distant when life was heavy. They have known people who offered love only when something was being given back to them. They have seen connections that were sugar on the surface, but hollow inside. When they met you, your love did not feel like a performance. Your kindness did not feel temporary. Your sincerity did not feel fragile. Your heart did not feel like something that could be bought or manipulated. Your love felt steady, like a place to rest. There was a moment, even if you did not notice, where they realized they could trust you emotionally. It may have happened when you listened without trying to fix anything. It may have happened when you spoke to them without judgment. It may have happened when you stayed soft, even when you had every reason to close. It may have happened when you held your vulnerability quietly, without using it to demand attention. They saw your strength in your gentleness. And that is the kind of strength that is real. The world teaches people to appear strong by being cold, loud, guarded, detached. But there is no strength in pushing love away before love can hurt you. There is no courage in numbing your own heart. Real strength is the ability to feel while still remaining open. Real strength is the choice to stay soft. Real strength is love that does not disappear when life gets complicated. You have that kind of strength. And that is why your heart is pure. Purity is not innocence. Purity is integrity of spirit. Purity is the ability to love without deceit. Purity is the ability to care without hidden motive. Purity is loving in truth, not in performance. This is why this person was drawn to you in a way they cannot control. You disarmed them without trying. You made them feel safe without promising anything. You made them feel understood without them having to explain themselves. You did not try to get inside their heart. You simply existed in your own truth, and their heart recognized it. When they tried to pull back emotionally, your spirit remained unchanged. When they tried to distance themselves to analyze their feelings, the connection did not weaken. If anything, the distance made their realization stronger. They missed you not for entertainment or conversation or distraction. They missed the peace your presence gave them. They missed the grounding of being around someone who is emotionally real. They missed being seen without having to perform. And that is when they understood. Their heart felt at home with you. Your angels want you to know that this person is not confused about what they feel. They understand what their heart is doing. But they are being careful, not because they doubt their feelings, but because they want to approach you with the respect you deserve. They are learning how to speak honestly, how to show up consistently, how to reveal themselves gradually, how to love without playing small. They are removing parts of themselves that were shaped by fear, pride, and past wounds. This love is transforming them. There are nights when they lie awake thinking about how to tell you what they feel. They rehearse sentences in their mind. They imagine sitting across from you, taking a breath and letting their guard down. They imagine your eyes holding theirs while they finally speak from their heart. And even though they have not spoken yet, their soul already has. The connection between your spirits has already acknowledged each other. Words are simply catching up to what the heart has known. Matthew 6:21 says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." You have become a treasure to them, not because of what you do or what you give, but because of who you are. Your heart is something they value. Your presence is something they do not want to lose. Your soul is something they want near their own. Do not confuse their quietness for lack of love. Their silence has been their way of protecting what is forming. They are afraid of mishandling something sacred. They know that once they speak the truth of what they feel, everything changes. And they want to step into that moment with full sincerity. They do not want to build something fragile. They want to build something that lasts. You are not waiting alone. They are preparing to. Right now, your role is to remain open. Not to chase. Not to overthink. Not to question your worth. Not to close your heart out of fear. Just remain open. Stay soft, but stay wise. Stay present, but stay grounded. Stay loving, but stay aligned with God's timing. Psalm 27:14 says, "Wait for the Lord. Be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord." Waiting is not inactivity. Waiting is readiness. You are not waiting for love to appear. You are waiting for love to mature into something steady. Your angels are preparing both hearts. The foundation is being laid. The emotional safety is being restored. The truth is being nurtured. Love is growing, but quietly. Before we move into the next continuation, I want you to pause internally, not physically, just emotionally. Let your heart acknowledge what it already feels. You are not imagining this connection. You are not projecting. You are responding to something spiritually real. Your heart has been recognized. Your heart has been chosen. Your heart is safe. Go to the comments now and write, "My heart remains open under God's protection." Write it with ease. Not fear, not urgency. Just truth. And if this message is sitting gently in your chest, take one moment to like this video, not as routine, but as agreement. My heart is ready for what God is aligning. There is something quietly unfolding in the unseen realm, something your heart has felt even when your mind tried to dismiss it. The angels show that this person is beginning to experience the weight of what your presence means in their life. Not a burden, but a significance. They are beginning to understand that your heart is not like the hearts they have encountered before. Your love is not shallow. Your kindness is not selective. Your loyalty is not conditional. Your softness is not weakness. Your heart has depth, and depth is rare. This person has spent much of their life surrounded by people who wanted affection without responsibility, connection without vulnerability, closeness without honesty. They learned to protect themselves not because they did not want to love, but because they did not want to be hurt again. They built walls not to keep love out, but to keep their soul safe. They taught themselves to feel less than they actually feel. They trained their heart to be guarded. But when you entered their life, something inside them recognized that they didn't need those walls with you. And yet, habits of self-protection do not disappear at once. So they tested you. They needed to see if your love remained steady, even when emotional circumstances shifted. They needed to know if your tenderness was real or performed. They needed to know if they could reveal the softest parts of themselves without fear of being mishandled again. They tested your heart not because they wanted to catch you failing, but because they needed to confirm that love could be safe again. What they discovered surprised them in ways they never expected. You did not respond like others. You did not shut down when you were misunderstood. You did not take your love away when you felt uncertain. You did not retaliate when you were hurt. You may have gone quiet. You may have protected your boundaries. You may have stepped back to respect your own peace, but your spirit never turned cold. You remained compassionate even when you felt pain. You remained patient even when you felt confused. You remained true even when you felt doubt. And that consistency showed them that your heart is genuine. They saw how your love is not based on convenience. Your heart loves because love is your nature. John 4:16 says, "God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God and God in them." Your heart loves from a place that is spiritual, not transactional. Your compassion comes from a deeper well than emotion. It comes from your connection to God. That is why your love does not break easily. That is why your spirit does not harden. That is why your compassion remains steady, even when life has tried to harden you. This person is beginning to realize that the love you give is a love they have prayed for before. Maybe not with those exact words, maybe not with clarity, maybe not when they were ready, but there was a moment, perhaps long ago, where they told God quietly, "I just want someone who understands me, someone who sees me, someone who doesn't ask me to be someone else." That prayer was placed into the hands of heaven, and heaven sent you, not as a test, not as a lesson, but as an answer. Yet answers sometimes arrive before a person feels ready to receive them. So instead of running toward you, they watched you. They studied your heart. They observed how you moved in the small things. And the small things are always where truth reveals itself. You have taught them, without using words, that love does not require sacrifice of self. You have shown them that closeness does not mean pressure. You have shown them that vulnerability does not mean weakness. You have shown them that connection does not mean loss of identity. They are learning, slowly, that love can coexist with independence. Love can coexist with boundaries. Love can coexist with freedom. And love can be safe. There's a moment coming when the quiet realization they have been feeling inside will turn into an impulse they can no longer silence. It will not be dramatic. It will feel natural. It will feel like truth rising to the surface. Something like, I should reach out. Or, I should tell them how I feel. Or I can't keep holding this inside anymore. The angels show the heart does not speak in loud instructions. It speaks in gentle nudges. And the more aligned a person becomes with honesty, the stronger those nudges become. This person's nudges are turning into clarity. They are beginning to understand that they feel peace with you, not because you are perfect or because the connection is flawless, but because your souls recognize each other. Peace is the language of familiarity. Peace is the voice of God saying, yes, this way, here. Philippians 4-7 says, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds. The peace they feel around you is spiritual confirmation. They could try to explain it logically. They could try to analyze it. They could try to reason with it. But the truth is simple. The heart knows what the mind cannot articulate. There's also something your angels want you to understand about yourself. You did not become this loving, patient, compassionate person by accident. You became this through the storms you survived. You learned softness because you knew what it felt like to endure hardness. You learned patience because life made you wait. You learned forgiveness because you knew what it was like to not receive it. You learned how to love by learning how to heal. You are not naive. You are wise. Your heart is not fragile. Your heart is strong. Your love is not desperate. Your love is intentional, and that is why it is valuable. Your love revealed their truth to themselves. They are beginning to see the kind of person they want to be. They are beginning to imagine their future, and you are in it, not because they are fantasizing, but because the idea of life without your presence feels incomplete now. They are beginning to feel the difference between loneliness and solitude. They are beginning to understand that being alone is not the same as being empty. And they are beginning to see that love is something they are ready to receive, not just something they long for. Your connection is transitioning from internal recognition to external expression. This is the stage where love begins to take form, not through grand gestures, but through small movements of the heart. They will text differently. They will listen differently. Their voice will soften. Their eyes will linger. Their presence will feel closer even if they do not say the words yet. Your spirit will notice before your mind does. You will feel a shift in the air between you, subtle but undeniable, like the change in the sky before rain. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven." The season of testing is ending. The season of revealing is beginning. The season of silence is softening. The season of emotional distance is loosening. The season of preparation is completing. You will not need to guess anymore. You will not need to question their feelings. You will not need to wonder whether your heart was seen. Your heart was seen. And your heart was chosen. Not for what you could give, but for who you are. Before we move forward into the next part, where I will describe how to recognize the exact moment of emotional reveal, I want you to reaffirm your heart gently. Go to the comments and write, "My heart is worthy of reciprocal love." Write it slowly. Let your spirit hear it. Let your cells remember it. And if something in this message felt like truth rising in your chest, Take a moment to like the video, not out of habit, but as a quiet agreement between you and God. My heart is ready. Take one more slow breath. Let your chest soften. Let your heart settle. What you received today was not a random message. It was confirmation of what your spirit has already known. You were not imagining the connection. You were not mistaken about the purity of your heart. You were not wrong to love the way you love. Your heart has been seen. Your heart has been recognized. And your heart will be honored. The person you are connected to is awakening to the truth of how deeply your presence touches them. They are approaching with sincerity. They are learning how to love again. They are preparing to speak, to step forward, to reveal what has been silent but real. And when the moment arrives, your heart will feel peace. You do not need to chase. You do not need to force. You do not need to rush. Your only task now is to remain open, to stay gentle, to stay aligned with God's timing. What is meant for you is already gravitating toward you. If this message touched your spirit, if you felt understood, if something inside you softened or felt seen, I want you to speak your agreement before you go. Type in the comments, blessed and ready. Say it with calm confidence. Say it as a declaration. Say it as an invitation for the love you deserve. And if you haven't already, take a moment to like this video. Your engagement helps this message reach others whose hearts are also waiting for clarity and healing. Share this video with a friend, a family member, or someone who has a good heart but may have forgotten its value. Let this message be their reminder too. And make sure you subscribe to the Lord's Reminder and click the notification bell so you don't miss the next message when it arrives. These messages meet you at the exact moment your soul is ready, and I don't want you to miss the guidance that is coming next. Thank you for spending this time here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying open. Thank you for not giving up on love. You are seen. You are guided. You are protected. You are deeply, deeply loved. I'll see you in the next message.